Ukrainian pilots will be flying F-16s within 2 years. Those pilots will begin training in the United Kingdom this summer. The decision to train Ukrainian pilots how to fly Western jet fighters isn't necessarily about ending the current war in Ukraine, but about possibly preventing another. Since Russia invaded more than a year ago, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has been pleading with the West to send modern jet fighters to help close the skies above Ukraine. Specifically, he wants F-16s. So far, the West, or more precisely, the Biden administration, has been unwilling to let Ukraine have the fourth-generation fighters.
Will the United States provide F-16s to Ukraine?
No. But like tanks, HIMARS, and Patriot missiles before them, the tone over F-16s is changing. The UK announced it would start a flying training program for Ukrainian student pilots after a meeting between UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and Zelenskyy. Not only that, both leaders left the meeting talking about the creation of a jets coalition to deliver F-16s to Ukraine sooner rather than later. Sunak is expected to make the case for sending jets to Ukraine at a Council of Europe summit and to the leaders of the G7 nations. If the plan has not been approved by July, you can expect Sunak to carry his message to the annual NATO summit. Poland and the Netherlands talked about forming a jets coalition for Ukraine before. An advisor to Ukraine's defense minister said the country needs between 40 and 50 modern fighters to combat the onslaught of missiles, drones, and rockets from the Russians. The F-16 is seen as the obvious choice because of its versatility and availability. Also called a Viper, the jet is a multi-role fighter with offensive and defensive capabilities. It can be equipped to attack both air and ground targets. The plane can launch in minutes and will round out Ukraine's air defenses, which are strained to say the least. The F-16 is the most widely produced fourth-generation fighter, and there are currently about 3,000 in use by U.S. allied militaries. Denmark, the Netherlands, Norway, and Poland all fly F-16s, have some to spare, and already said they'd give them to Ukraine if the U.S. would just sign off on the deal. To date, the Biden administration said it's not approving any sort of deal that would send jets to Ukraine because it is focusing on weapon systems that will help Ukraine now. But maybe the Biden White House thinks F-16s could help Ukraine in the future. In March, the U.S. began training Ukrainian pilots on a simulator in Arizona to fly Western jet fighters. And it's unlikely the UK would train new Ukrainian pilots to fly F-16s without some form of U.S. approval. It typically takes about 5 years to train new fighter pilots. The UK said it will tailor its training regimen for Ukrainian pilots to speed up that timeline. The UK said it's going to start training new pilots first, which will keep Ukraine's current pilots defending the skies over their country. If a decision to transfer F-16s comes this summer, though, a seasoned Ukrainian pilot could learn to fly the F-16 in a matter of months. We have more unbiased, straight-fact reporting about the war in Ukraine and the push to send F-16s at straightarrownews.com.
Thanks for watching. We know that Americans' trust in media is near an all-time low. That is why Straight Arrow News is on a mission to bring you unbiased, fact-based reporting. To make sure that you get the journalism that you trust, like and subscribe to Straight Arrow News below. And to catch all of our content, go to our website, straightarrownews.com.